Hi, Sridhar. Thank you so much for sparing your time. Okay. So, Sridhar, you are the person who conceived this idea. When you thought about this, how was it, and how does it feel seeing it such an, experience this gigantic event? How does it feel now?
Actually, to correct, I'm one of the many people who actually sat together, came up with this idea. But the biggest contributor to this idea is the government of Telangana, our amazing leadership we have, who basically actually made it happen. So ideas aren't worth a dime unless you have visionaries the way we have, who were able to, make this happen. That said, I'm ecstatic over the kind of feedback we're getting. We've had like over 10, 12 events. As you would have walked around, the energy has been amazing. We have had multiple expos. There have been consumer expos, there are business expos. Everyone in the leadership position on animation industry, VFX industry, and gaming primarily are here. Meeting people. Business has been good that way. And this year it has been interesting. This event has ended up being part of Indian calendar. In the sense, everyone who is anybody in our industry feels they have to be here. Otherwise, they're going to miss out something. Now, the goal is obviously in next 3-4 years, this is going to be part of an international calendar. People are going to come to India Joy, people are going to come to IGDC, people are going to come to Unite, people are going to come to IGX. They would have to come because they cannot afford to miss this out, because they're going to miss out on opportunities if they are not here. So we foresee that, and as long as the industry and the government continues to support us, we think we have something amazing going.
Excellent. So it looks like, obviously, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that this is going to be much larger. The magnitude at which this event will be conducted in the forthcoming years is going to be far more superior than it is right now. But, going forward, what are the other strategies and what are the other elements that will essentially encompass this, event? And what will be, your vision and to make it even more larger?
Well, at this stage, we all have our own businesses. We all have our own things to do. This is something we all came together and say, hey, we want to do this, and we've been lucky that it happened. But what's going to happen in the coming years is we are going to have dedicated leadership for this event. We're going to have a dedicated team. Instead of industry being the one completely driving, industry is going to be involved. Industry is going to be involved in helping advise the team, but we are going to have a dedicated team, which is the way to go forward. Because now that this is part of an Indian and international calendar, we have no choice but to actually have a full-time staff, which we would be doing in the coming weeks and months.
So what I understand is that all this success, this huge event that is possible, is despite not having a proper leadership in place. Everybody came together, but there was no dedicated team as such. Is that right?
Not necessarily, but the point is we did spend quite a bit of time making it happen, but this is not our primary business, running events. So what that means is there was a lot of learning curve. But the way it came together has been amazing. So what we do need in the coming weeks and months is put together its own dedicated team and leadership so that we can build upon the momentum we got this year.
So how do you think this is going to contribute in terms of, breaking the psychological barriers of a lot of people who want to come into the animation, VFX and gaming industry, but have had resistance either because they think there's no future or they've been held back by their parents or somebody. How do you think this is going to contribute in changing the thought process of the people?
The reality of our industry, and this is true with many other industries too, is there are so many jobs, there are so many opportunities. There is a serious shortage of talent. People who are capable of doing a competent job, there's a shortage of that. Now, the way we intend to solve that is, first of all, make people aware that this particular space exists, and events like this are a good way for us to put the word out there, and we have been able to do that. Again, media, we really want to thank the media for making that happen. We feel like, from here, as people know more about the industry, as people, choose and decide to be part of this industry, they will notice that, this is like a much more stable and, sensible industry to be in right now because of the opportunities available. And our job is to communicate that, and we have been able to do it through this event.
Okay, great. One last thing, Sridhar. I think this is a phenomenal success. Everybody involved and all those people who've been tracking us through the media and other sources of information, I think are pretty happy and quite excited about the forthcoming year. Now, any special message that you would like to give us to those people who would have wanted to come but couldn't because of some other commitments or backed off at the last moment? Any special message that you would like to give to them?
Oh, I want to say you missed out. I'm sorry, you missed out. This was an amazing event, but this is something we're going to do every year, and we would want you guys to be part of it because you can consume this content anywhere. You can go on YouTube and get it, but being there and looking at the energy and meeting your peers, the potential peers, people. That's the only way to learn. That's the only way to get ahead in the industry. So I would expect people, if they are serious about wanting to be in this business, wanting to accomplish something, they have to go to these kind of events. And ours is the best right now, so we expect them to see next year.
Excellent, Sridhar. Thank you so very much for giving your time and being an integral part of the idea conceiving party. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.